Danny Bonaduce, life coach. I wish you would call me up right now. 1-800-252-1025. Or I will gladly read your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach, brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. I believe we will be starting with an email today.
By the way, Rick Jones from Goldberg Jones, 1-800-DIVORCE, is a huge Seahawks fan.
Literally.
And, dude, have you seen Rick Jones?
No.
Oh, my God, he's lost to Tori. Rick Jones has slimmed down. He looks fantastic.
You know what? Rick does that. He'll get it in his head. I think I'd like to be lean and mean this year, and then does.
Yep.
He goes, you know what? Shine this. I'm eating some barbecue ribs. And he does that.
Yep.
Pretty impressive cat.
Rick Jones from Goldberg Jones decided that he was going to hit the road in support of his Seahawks, and he's in Arizona on his way right now, and he'll be checking in with us tomorrow, telling us like behind the scenes what's going on at the Super Bowl, and I'm sure he'll get a good sneak peek.
He'll get something.
The Seahawks and such. So yes, it is Life Coach, and if you want to call 800-252-1025, do so now with any kind of problem you have. Remember, call yourself Steve or Becky if you would like to.
Unless your name's actually Steve or Becky, and then it's Linda and Stan.
Perfect.
All right.
We've got an email from Crystal in Des Moines. Just 2 weeks into dating a guy, he tells me he loves me. I didn't say it back because I'm not there yet. This was awkward, to say the least. Awkward enough that I think he's thinking about breaking it off. How do I maintain this relationship in the hope that I'll fall in love? Or if I'm not feeling it now, a few weeks in, will I ever feel it?
I love this email. This is because you're talking to the king of 2 weeks and saying I love you. I marry women, and I'm not saying it, there's no joke. I've married 2 different women on the day I met them, and at least one. And I think I loved both of them. But I've said I love you to a dozen women. What happens with me, and here's how I work: I meet a girl. I love her almost to me. She's nice to me. She's pretty. She likes some of the same things I do. I am in love with you. And then I spend the next 6 months falling out of love unless she's the right girl. And then I meant it when I said, so don't deduct points from this. It's weird. He shouldn't have done, especially you should know if the girl's hip enough if she's going to say I love you too. You shouldn't force her into saying I love you too, which what he was trying to do. But there is no reason for you to believe he didn't mean it sincerely, 100%, because it's 2 weeks. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back out there. I want you to make out with him, hold him in your arms. I want you to give him every excuse to say you love you, because that's how you do it. I've done it like this 100 times. I want to say I love you, but I'm afraid because it's so early. You're making out, and then you go over by her ear and you're kissing her neck, and then you go, I love you. And then if it doesn't go well, you pretend you never said it.
Yep.
But so what you're going to do is I want you to play him up. I want you to hug him and kiss him so he will naturally say I love him. And then just be honest with him. Say, you know what, and don't say I'm flattered. That's no good. But I want you to say, you know what, I'm just not there yet. Tell him if he loves you, he'll stay. Let him say, I have no reason to believe I won't. And you don't be as clinical as I am, but I have no reason to believe I won't be in love with you next month. You're great. You're this. You love me, which is a great quality. So just give me a minute. So be honest with you. And here's my vote. This is what you leave with. Here's my vote. He meant every bit of it. Just because it was 2 weeks takes nothing away from it as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you waited all year to tell a girl, you're just lazy and don't care that much. 2 weeks is a good time and he loves you.
Some people don't mind lying. Like, Danny, I'm sure somebody has said those words to you and you said it back even though you didn't.
100 times. Why hurt a girl's feeling? Is there a chance she's going to sleep with me at the end of this conversation? I not only love you, I'd like to support your kids because you're a single mom, and that doesn't bother me a bit that you have 7 children. I love you.
There is something so awkward, though, if you don't.
Right.
I had somebody say it too soon, and I didn't go on another date with them.
I've got...
we just met.
This is a legend in my life that, like, several people know. This is a running joke, but it hurt at the time. There was a girl called Vicky, the girl who wouldn't love me. I say I throw I love you around. I mean it when I say it, and every single girl I've said it to has said it back. Every single one. And Vicky, I went, I love you. And she said, thanks. I went, whoa! But here's the thing. I said, well, I'll get her. She wants to say she loves me. It's all right. And it never went past thanks. And we talked about it. And she said, no, I just don't think that's going to go there. First girl, I usually do well. And we just broke up. And I went, oh, my God. She does. I know. If I could find her right now, I'd say, love me now. She'd say, no, man, it's been 25 years, you freak.
I'm like, what are you supposed to say? Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
I like you.
I would not respond with I like you. That's a definite. Thanks. Thanks is like, it's bearable. He gets the message of you're not in love with him. But I like you after his I love you. He's like, this ain't working out that well.
You too. How's that work?
Oh, that's great. No, I'll take a you too. I'll take a you too. I love you. You too.
Bono.
Fine. You can be saying, yeah, your favorite band, but I don't care. As long as I'm not crushed.
This is Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Any kind of problem you have, he has lived through it and can help you. Just make the call to 800-252-1025. Now, the email is open at all times, lifecoach@kzok.com. Rachel in Seattle has sent an email to the life coach. I'm scheduled for a C-section next month. This will be my second such birth, so I know what it entails, and I don't want any visitors. But my mother keeps insisting she wants to be by my side. I keep telling her no, but she won't listen to my husband or to me. Aside from the medical team barring the door, how do I convince my mother not to show up for my C-section until we call for her?
You don't care about your mother locking the door. You don't have to do anything like that. You tell the medical staff in a hospital that you want no visitors except for these certain members. Have you ever tried to get in to see somebody at the hospital? Even though it's visiting hours are open, it's like you had to run a gauntlet to go see somebody. You tell the hospital staff that it gives you incredible anxiety. You're delivering a baby by C-section, and it gives you incredible anxiety to have any guests at all. My mother, I think, will be coming by, and I don't want that. My cousin is a nice guy. He's coming. Throw a couple out there besides your mom. Make it clear. I want nobody. And it's almost their obligation to not let you get anxiety by people in the birthing room that you don't want.
You know what I didn't realize as someone who has never had a child? When my sister-in-law had the baby, a bunch of people wanted to be in there, and the excuse they used, which was the truth, is it's dangerous because of germs.
Germs, absolutely.
And I think C-section.
Your open wound, absolutely. And the other good news, and she didn't ask me this question, the new C-section scars are like 1.5 inches long, and they're below the bikini line. Nobody will know you have them.
How's the baby come out of there?
I don't. They manhandle you. I've seen it on TV. When I was born, when my son was born, there was me, her mom, her dad, and they were staring at the business end, which I thought was just weird and goopy. And the crew of a Father's Story, or whatever it was on the Discovery Channel, and so Dante was born right on TV.
That woman did put up with a lot.
That wasn't my call. That was her call.
That husband sure did put up with a lot.
Yes.
That's Danny Bonaduce.
No, I was the ass in that marriage, but I didn't want the family story in there.
It's Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Let's put you on with Jane in Bellevue.
Hey, Jane, how are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
I love your question. What do you got for me?
Well, at what point in a relationship should you bring up STD testing?
Before you have sex. Is there another time?
It's awkward, though. It's an awkward conversation.
I guess. Are you having sex with this cat right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you're wearing a condom right now. That's your protection?
Yes.
Okay, and you're appropriately scared of an STD. If you don't mind my asking, I just have an idea. What are you most afraid of?
Having something that I can't get rid of.
Okay, because a lot of people say AIDS. It's so hard to catch this way through heterosexual sex. It's very, very, very difficult. I'm not recommending that you have unprotected sex because I'm saying it's not difficult, but it is. It's very difficult. It's not. You're not going to catch it that way usually. I'm afraid of herpes. They don't see them. They could lie to you about it. They might not even know that they have them. Here's the way you do it. This is kind of easy. You make my the answer so much easier now that I think about it. So he's wearing a condom, and now you're going to say, Bobby, because that's what I'm calling him. Mm-hmm. You're going to say, Bobby, I think we're heading forward, and I want to be more intimate with you. I want to be closer to you. I want to feel you. Can we just go get some STD testing so we make sure that we're safe and sound? And it's almost a love call. I want to feel you. I want to be able to do this closer so you can take that thing off. Your answer is right there, and it's easy. And he should not have any kind of hurt feelings at all. And if he does, he's a punk. Not a punk. He's just uneducated, man.
Your feelings wouldn't be hurt?
No, God, no. You're talking about me. I think she thinks that I have horns that I hide. But no, before you make love to him, that's all great. But it's not enough for you. It's not close enough. It's not intimate enough. You want to take the next step. Let's go get tested for STDs so we can do this without the Jimmy, and we'll all be good. And that's the time. Okay, Jane?
Great.
All right, great. Thank you. But no problem, by the way. Speaking for, I got 3 guys in here. As a guy, I would not be offended by that.
No, not at all.
No. There. All 3 of us say go, man. What about you?
Well, Gibbons doesn't go.
No, I know. And plus, he's riddled with disease.
No, I'm not.
I know you're not.
We've got time for another email on Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, and a couple calls if you would like to get one through at 800-252-1025. Beth in Edmond sent an email. Life Coach, I've been invited to the wedding of a couple that I don't think are right for each other. Part of me says, why bother with a gift that I know they'll just fight over when they break up? Are there any appropriate gifts for a couple who are doomed? Can I get away with no gift at all?
Yeah, you actually, you can. Like I said, I've not only been married a few times, I've been to a bunch of weddings, and a couple, I was on my way, I was in a big hurry to get to the reception and stuff like that, and I forgot a present, because I'm a good present buyer, I buy a lot of presents, but it's very unlikely, if this is a big wedding, that they'll notice that you didn't get them a Cuisinart. But here's the thing. Don't judge. I mean, God, you're probably right. 50% of marriage is going to fall apart. You're probably right. So give them a gift that they won't fight over. Give them a chick thing, and she'll take it. Give them a guy thing, and he'll take it, because you're probably right on this. I don't think you should feel bad about yourself by second-guessing their marriage. I'm with you. I'm not even there, but I say where there's smoke, there's fire. You're a smart girl. You don't think it's going to work? It's not going to work. Give a gift they won't fight over.
If you've got a question for the Life Coach, the email is always available 24/7. It's lifecoach@KZOK.com. Dwight in Bellevue sent an email.
All righty.
A coworker found out, not from me, how much money I'm making and started spreading this around. This has made things awkward in the office, to say the least. The coworker doesn't know that he's the one who's spreading all of this news. How should I respond, and how do I stop this from spreading further? How do I make the gossip end?
Well, you know what you do is you just work hard and keep your head down. You do not address this, and I'm an addresser. I want to talk about everything. I'm going to go, you punk. What are you doing? You don't do that on this kind, because does anybody know why they're discussing his salary?
Because he makes more money.
Because he makes more money than the other people. You're good. You're fine. Go to work and earn more money. They want to gossip about it. Believe me, they will tire of that. They're all going to go to their boss and demand more money, and two of them are going to get fired. This is not your gig. The reason they're bragging is because they found out what you earn, that you're earning $125,000 a year, and they're making lunch money. They're hating on you, but that's not your job. Your job is to show them. Oh, I love this. Your job is to show them why you get the big dog money. You need to hunker down and do your job at 1,000 miles an hour, because that's what you do, and that's why you get the big money, and that's why they gossip.
Amy in Historic Kent has sent an email to the Life Coach. This is a good one.
Uh-oh.
I have two friends who are dating. I know for a fact that she plans on ending the relationship when the time is right. I also know for a fact that he purchased an expensive piece of jewelry for Valentine's Day. I see a train wreck approaching one way or another, and I don't know if I should get involved. Should I just let things play out?
Yeah, there's your answer. Get out of the way of that train. Absolutely. You know what? Because here's what happened. You're thinking, this is astonishing. He's going to get her a fine piece of jewelry. I was thinking an engagement ring, but he's going to get her an expensive piece of jewelry because it's Valentine's Day, and she doesn't want to be with him anymore.
Because she wants to wait till after Valentine's Day to get the jewelry.
Exactly. Having said all that, there's nothing astonishing or all that interesting about that. That happens all the time. If I open the phones right now to somebody that said, oh my God, how do I break up with this guy? Matter of fact, we've had this on this show. Somebody got me a diamond ring or something, I want to break up with him. What do I do? And the answer is break up with him. So you just watch this. That's the thing about these kind of relationship questions. It's not like you're hitting anybody in the head with a bat. They're going to cry for a week or two, then they're going to drink a six-pack, then they're going to go, I'm so lonely, and then they're going to meet a new girl. It's not that big a deal. It's nice that you care, but let it play. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, Gibbons, you gave a piece of expensive jewelry to a girl, a family heirloom.
Oh my God, I forgot.
And
that didn't work out well. She was sending me pictures of her with another dude by the end of the night.
Okay,
Yeah.
couldn't be a worse scenario, correct?
Yep.
How you feeling these days, buddy?
I feel great. I
See?
have a wonderful girlfriend. Things are awesome.
Boom, that's what happens. None of this is the end of the world. Hey, that is all the time we have. I had so much fun talking to you guys today. That's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce and Life Coach. By the way, I will remind you again, Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.